episode of the Code Drop, and today we're going to continue with our CSS project. So in the last video, we set up our project, we made our CSS grid, and we made the login page. Now there are a few things left for us to do for our project, and we're going to continue with that today. So what we're going to do is we have to make the sign up page, we have to make a chat list, we have to make a calls list, and we have to make a chat room. So let's get started. Now first of all, we'll open our folder in Visual Studio Code, and we'll make a new file which will say is signup.html. There we go. Let's add our boilerplate and let's add our style sheet. So for adding the style sheet, we're going to go with link tag and we'll add the href as style.css. After that, we'll say that relation is style sheet and type is text and css. There we go. Once you do that, our style sheet gets imported, and now we're going to make our sign up page. So the sign up page is pretty similar to our login page. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy parts from the login page and I will paste it right here in the sign up page. We will do that. Here we go. Okay, so now in our sign up page, first of all, we'll remove this tagline. We don't need tagline in our sign up page. And what we'll do is in the form we need 3 more fields. The first one is going to be name, the second one is going to be username, third is going to be phone number, and then fourth and fifth are going to be password and confirm password. So let's do that. Let's make these fields, right? And here we are. So our first field is going to be name. It's going to be of type text. The second field is also going to be of type text and it's going to be username. After that, our type will change to number and the field will be phone number, and after that type password and password. So last is going to be confirm password and type is going to be password. And now our button will say sign up instead of log in. Type is going to be button, type is going to be submit, and class is going to be submit. That's correct. Now here don't have an account will change to already have an account. So if a user already has an account, he will go to index.html, which is our login page, and the text will be login. Let's just go live and see it once in action. Okay, you can see that our form is ready, and let's click on this login page. It sends us to the login page, and when I click on sign up, it sends us back to the sign up page. So this is working correctly. Now there's a thing which we want to add, and that thing is we want to add a form action. So when the sign up button is clicked, the chat list file should be opened, the chatlist.html file, which is going to be the messaging home or the chat list home for our app. And I've already done the same thing with index.html file. I will just show you that I've added this action chatlist.html right here in this login page. Okay, so our sign up page is complete, and now what we'll do is we'll make a new file and we'll save it as chatlist.html. So the chatlist.html is going to be the messaging home of our website. So let's add the boilerplate first, and let's copy this link tag so our style sheet can be linked right here in the chat list window. Let's do that. There we go. We're ready. So let's change the title to Dechat chat list. Let's do that. And now what we're going to do is first of all we'll add a top nav. So let's add a class of top nav. There we are. And what we're going to do is we'll add 2 things. So let's just take a look at a wireframe and we'll get a better idea of what we are going to do. So in the home screen, this is the chat list page. So you can see that we have the name of the app in one side, on the left side, and then we have the menu icon on the right side. So instead of menu icon, because it involves using JavaScript, what we are going to do is we'll add an profile icon. So when a user clicks on the profile icon, the profile page for that user will open. So we're going to go with that. So let's make our top nav first. Okay, the first thing is going to be an image which will have class of, let's say, profile icon, PR icon, and it will be right aligned, and I don't think anything else is important, so let's just add it right here, and we'll add an src. So keep in mind that I've already added images which I want to use in my project. So these are in wireframes on contact card folder. You can actually get them from the GitHub repository if you want these images, but you can use any other images if you want while making this project. It doesn't matter. So let's just add profile icon or png. Okay, let's open the folder and let's click on sign up. Let's send this to the chat list. Now you can see that the image is taking up a lot of space. So let's go back to our style.css, and now we'll add the .pr icon class here, which will set its width as 40 pixels and height also as 40 pixels. Let's see. I think maybe we should increase it to 50 pixels so that it's better visible. And after that, what we'll do is we'll add border radius of 100%. So when we do that, what happens is that our icon becomes circular in nature like it should be, and this is it. So after that, what we're going to do is we'll add our class dot right. So the dot right is going to have only one property, which is going to be float right. Nothing else required here. So now our image floats on the right side of the screen. Now next thing which you want to do is you want to add an paragraph which will say Dechat. So this is going to be class of logo, and let's go here and class and add our class dot logo right here. Let's do that, and logo is going to have font size of 18 pixels with font weight bold, and later we'll change the font color also because we're going to change the color of top nav, which will be important, after which the color change will be important. So let's take a look at our page now, how it looks like. There we have it. So the Dechat, I think that we can increase the font size, so let's increase the font size. Let's increase it by 24 pixels. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we'll add our class of top nav right here, and we'll add styles to it to make it look like a top nav. So first of all, what we're going to do is we'll set position as fixed. After that, what we're going to do is we want to start it from top of 0, left of 0. So we'll get something like this. And now what we're going to do is we'll add width to it, and width is going to be 100%. There we are. And now at last we'll set a background for it, and the background is going to be hash of 06A7DD, which is a shade of blue. So here we have it, our top nav is ready. So let's set it up, and what we're going to do is for this image we'll add a link to our profile page. href equals profile.html, and for our Dechat, what we're going to do is we'll add a link to the chat list page because we want our users to get redirected to the chat list page. So let's add href to chat list page right here. Let's save it, and we need to change the color for the link too. Let's do that. And what I'm going to do is any links in top nav is going to have color of hash FFF, and it has going to be no text decoration. So text decoration is going to be none. Our top nav is ready. So now we're going to switch to our main content. So the main content of our page is this list, which will have profile picture in the left side and then name on the right side, and then last message below that, and the last message below that. So let's make a layout for that, but before that you can see that we have this messaging calls and highlights tab too. So let's make them first. So what we're going to do is in our top nav, what we'll do is we'll add one more row right here, and what we're going to do is we'll add 3 links for it. So first link is going to have class of column, and then let's add class of we are working with small sizes, so let's go with small 3, and we'll continue this for 3 times. And after that we'll add content. First is going to be messaging, the second is going to be calls, and third is going to be highlights. Let's take a look at what has happened with our code. Here we are, and you can see that we have already our appearance right there. So you can see that now our fonts are in the center, the text is in center. And what I'm going to do is we will add one more class, and let's make it a bit like a tabbed bar. So let's add this class tabbed bar, and what I'm going to do is we'll just add one property for it, and it's going to be color, so background color actually. So let's add our class tabbed bar, and we'll have background of purple color, so it's going to be 880088, and we have this purple shade right here. And what I'm going to do is we'll add width to it, and width is going to be 100%, so it covers the whole screen. And what I'll do is we'll add some padding to it. Padding is going to be of 5 pixels each. Right now the tab is visibly more better in terms of colors and the text line to it. So let's add links for our classes. So messaging is going to have link to chatlist itself, chatlist.html. Our calls will have link to let's say calls.html. We haven't made this page, so we can maybe change the links later. And then href for highlights is going to be, let's add work in progress, because we're not going to work on this page till we start the JavaScript part, because it requires JavaScript to run the highlights thing. And let's see what happens when I click on these. Okay, so I can navigate, and it says it cannot get calls.html, and it cannot get work in progress.html. So the links are working, and here we are working really great, and our sign up page and our chat list page is almost ready. So let's do that real quick. And what we're going to do is we'll add an active markup right here. So what active is going to define is that dot active will have border of bottom, which is going to be solid, which is going to be 2 pixels, and it's going to have a color of white. So every active tab will have this underlying thing going on with it, so it's going to show that this tab is active now. Okay, so this was about top nav. Let's make our another row, which is going to be called, let's say, let's add an ID for it. Let's say it's going to be called the chat list. There we go. And now what we'll do is we'll make our layout first, and then we'll just copy that layout multiple times and make our changes. So first of all, let's make our division of class chat container, which is going to hold this information, this layout. Now the second thing you want to do is you want to add a division of class right, and a division of class left. Let's do that. And our division of class left is going to have the image. So let's add image of class. Again, we're going to do with our PR icon for this one, because it's an icon for others profiles. So let's add src. This is going to be a source, wireframe, contact cards, and let's add Michael as our first person, so it will appear right on the screen. Let's go back to our chatlist.html file, and now we have our image on the left hand of the screen. So let's go back to our right part, and in the right part what we're going to do is we'll add a name first. So let's add a tag span, and the span is going to say that it's of class column, and the column is small 12, so it means that it's getting the whole space, and the space is going to say Michael de Santa. So this is the name I've chosen, You can choose any other name. So what I'll do is we'll change a little bit of our layout, and let's go with here, and we'll say it's column, and the column size is small, 7 I guess. And then I'll just shift my left value here, and I'll add column for it too, and its column value is going to be small 2. So once I do that, you can see that now my name is on the right hand side and the image is on the left hand side. So we just need to adjust the images, right? So let's add one more span here, and it's going to have the same classes, and now it's going to read the last message. So let's say that last message was, hi, where are you? Okay, now what we'll do is we'll add a br here. There we go. And we'll add a class to it. So class of pr name and class of pr last message to last m. Okay, so let's go back to our standard CSS, and here we'll add those classes. So first class is going to be pr name. So this is going to have padding left of, let's say, 10 pixels, and the font size is going to be 16 pixels. Let's just check on it once how it looks like, and we may increase the size. Yeah, we need to increase the size. Let's set it to 24 pixels. Yeah, there we go. And we'll set font weight as, let's say, 600. Okay, so it's darker now. Here we are, and again like that we'll add our and again like that we'll add our dot pr last name and last m, which is going to be last message. It will also have padding left of 10 pixels like our name, and its font size is going to be relatively slow. It's going to be, let's say, 16 pixels. And here we are, we have this going on really perfectly. So let's just add let's just increase the font size a little bit, and I think that it's ready. So let's just increase the padding a little bit so that it's more visible between the sides. So yeah, here we go. Our first chat icon is ready. So when I click on it, it should go to Michael DeSanta's chat room. So we're going to do the chat room thing in the next video, and let's add the other chat list icons. So yeah, we forgot to do one thing. We need to assign a background color to it. So let's add chat font, and let's add a background to it. The background is going to be of a subtle grayish color, so it's #EEE. Okay, we need even more subtle than that, so let's go for DDD. Okay, it's visible now. And what we'll do is we'll add padding to it. So let's add padding of 1% from all sides, and it's going to fix the problem. So here we have our first icon. Let's copy this from here, and we'll make our other icons. 3, 4, 5. I guess 5 people are enough. So the second person is going to be Nico, and the name is going to be Nico Belic. Okay, so this is what our chapter should look like once we update all the images and once we update all the icons. So what I'll do is I'm just going to add a BR after every one of those so we can differentiate between them. So let me just do that right here. And once you do that, our chat list is finished. Congratulations, we made our chat list page. So now we can move on to the calls page, because it's going to be almost similar to our chat list page, with just the difference being that instead of the last message, we're going to say if it was a video call or a voice call. So let's do that. It's going to be real quick. Let me just copy all of this, and let's make a new file, and let's call it calls.html. Let me paste it here, and what we're going to do is we need to change the active status from chat list now to calls.html, and we don't need to change the ID because it's going to style for us. Let's go to our calls page now. And here, instead of saying the message, we're going to decide if it was a voice call or a video call. Voice call, and it was at, let's say, 13:00 hours, and I'm just going to do that for all of them. Okay, so I have edited all of these, and I can see that we have voice and what time the call was at. So we've done our messaging and calls page, and we've made our top nav, which is going to be used in every other page, and also we're done with our sign up and login pages. So there are just two things left, I guess. The first one is going to be Chatroom, and the second is going to be how we show that a call was there, so a call page. So let's do that in the next video, and we're going to stop it right here because it's already taken a lot of time. So it's going to be the end of the video, and hope you liked this video. Thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel if you love this video. I'll see you on the next episode of the Code Drop. Bye for now.